Good morning. This is Joe Mosen for SuccessProgress.com. Thanks for stopping by. It's our goal to provide relevant, meaningful content to our user community. And today we're going to profile the Checklist Manifesto, How to Get Things Right, written by Atul Gawande. Dr. Gawande is an excellent author. Anytime I can learn from a Harvard graduate, then I'll spend the time on it. Checklist Manifesto shows us the power of using checklists to break down sophisticated tasks into manageable and auditable sections. Thus, we can automate the redundant tasks and focus on the relevant 20% to garner 80% of the results. The checklist covers us so we don't miss a small thing and create a big mistake. Checklists have been instrumental in reducing catastrophic surgical failures. Imagine having a surgery on your leg and it was the other leg that had the problem. Checklists are the solution to eliminate or at least significantly reduce these errors. Why is this important to me? The power of asking questions and digging in is critical in any endeavor you pursue. If you look at complex healthcare systems or flying a 747, these tasks are broken down into checklists because one simple, stupid mistake means the difference between life and death. The core problem breaks down to two types of failures that can occur. Number one, ignorance. We may not have the knowledge yet to provide a solution. Every growing industry evolves and ignorance is overcome only to be ignorant of the next problem. This is like a never-ending ladder. Number two, ineptitude. In these instances, the knowledge exists yet we fail to apply it correctly. This is where the checklist can have huge benefits. Dr. Gawande dives into great detail on the power of checklists and the data before and after controlled use of the tool. For the sake of time, I'll profile 3 success stories that resulted from implementing checklists. First, let's examine the power of checklists. Checklists seem to provide protection against failures. They remind us of the minimum necessary steps and make them explicit. The goal of the checklist is to make sure you get the stupid stuff right. Number 1, Johns Hopkins. There is a 5-step process that doctors are supposed to follow in the ICU. These docs were watched for a week and steps were skipped. They did a 10-day checklist test where nurses were tasked to stop the doctors to make sure they follow all 5 steps of the checklist. The simple 5-step checklist had huge results. The 10-day line infection rate went from 11% to 0. Implementing this in the hospital prevented 43 infections and 8 deaths and saved $2 million in costs. Checklists establish a higher standard of baseline performance. Number 2, U.S. Airways Flight 1549. Humans are designed for emotion, intelligence, and fun, and not for nitty-gritty details. Captain Sullenberger and his staff used the checklist to save the lives of all the passengers on the plane. When interviewed, he credited the training, staff, and the checklist to saving lives. Number 3, human condition. Think about a couple things for a moment. World-class pilots, surgeons, investors, and engineers have benefited from checklists. The problem with implementation is ego and communication. These are complex tasks that they're trained for, and to be reminded by staff to adhere to the checklist takes behavior change and permission from the top. The biggest obstacle of getting checklists implemented is the communication gap, but as the book points out, the results are staggering when they are implemented. Dr. Gawande profiles Monish Pabrai, who is a managing partner for an investment fund. Mr. Pabrai has developed a checklist based on knowledge to evaluate investments. His checklist was a study of good and bad investments made by the top dogs in the industry. He paid $650,000 for lunch with Warren Buffett and found out that Warren uses a mental checklist. Mr. Pabrai's goal was to automate a yes-no decision to spend time on deals. The checklist doesn't tell him what to do, but helps him be smart as possible, ensuring he has all the critical information needed so he can make a systematic decision. I hope you found this short video summary useful. The key to any new idea is to work it in your daily routine until it becomes habit. Habits form in as little as 21 days. One thing you can take away from the book is use a checklist to fix a particular problem. If you run a business, then there are several systems that can be improved when using checklists, so take a small piece and try it. Another example of a simple checklist in your personal life is the stop doing list. Use this list to eliminate non-essential tasks to improve your effectiveness. If you enjoyed this video, then please don't hesitate to pass it along, and if you want more detail, click on the link below and purchase Dr. Gawande's book, The Checklist Manifesto. Thanks for watching and have a great day.